You chilling with the vibe. We lit.
I'm here, you know I'm here.
This amazing podcast, The Vibe.
What's good, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. This is Mike the B from All the Vibes. If you're returning to Volume 2, man, we love y'all. Appreciate the support. If you're new, we love y'all too. A hip-hop podcast based around black culture, black music, black sports, black fashion, everything black. And highlighting some artists you might not even know about. Volume 2 is going up. It's going crazy. Let's go. Guess what, guys? Only 4 of us today. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. You already know, man. This is All the Vibes, Volume 2. It's episode 4 of the season. I am Mike the B, but everybody calls me Mike. All y'all call me Mike as well.
I don't. So.
All right.
My bad. Go ahead. Oh, that is me.
Shit, I'll go ahead and go. DJ P Swag, y'all already know I'm on it. Hope I don't get corona.
All right, so that's episode 1.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, YB, also known as your fly ass auntie.
It's your man, cameraman Chris.
Oh, wow. Mary's not here today. She's on a business trip in Houston, Texas. So we'll leave it at that. You can follow us on all social media pages. On Twitter, it's All the Vibes with 2 underscores. On Instagram, it's 2 underscores All the Vibes. You can follow us on SoundCloud, All the Vibes. Apple Music, All the Vibes. A lot of platforms. It's a lot of platforms. We're everywhere right now. YouTube, All the Vibes as well. We got a lot of good stuff up right now, specifically like some vlogs, things like that. You can check out all of our spotlights, artists, on ourselves as well are on there too. It's just a lot of good content going on. It's a lot of good content going on. As you can see, or as you can hear, we're quarantined today in Peace House for this episode due to, if you didn't know, I'm finna tell you what's going on. There's a thing called Corona. It's not too big of a deal, honestly. But we've been quarantined in here. Not too many cases around the world, I don't think. But for one app. All right, let's be real for a second. So, coronavirus is out, obviously, everybody's going crazy. Social media has made it, not social media, the world has made it the biggest epidemic since I've been alive. I think all of us have been alive. And it has been affecting everything. And it was a joke until they said the NBA season was over. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was on Twitter, and it was like all funny games, and then they started canceling things, and I'm not really laughing too much anymore about it. Thanks. I don't know about you guys.
Sad day. Even more sad. Went to Walmart the other day and
What are you talking about?
Why are you talking about?
Passed away.
Man, this is so dramatic.
it's sad.
Suspicious.
It was no more toilet paper left. I'm talking about not a roll in sight. I'm talking about it wasn't a half of a half. There was no toilet paper left. Not even a sheet. It was no toilet paper left.
You go to the gas station?
I didn't go to the gas station. But the real question is, what are people gonna do when those folks that didn't stock up on toilet paper run out of toilet paper?
It would be a disaster.
Were the wet wipes also gone?
Those are gone.
Sanitation, all of that stuff, it was swept. So, I'm interested to see how that folds out. Moving back to the sports though, very, very, very sad. I hate that they suspended the NBA season.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna ask you a real question. Do you watch NBA?
I do. I watch a game or two every now and again. Not as often as you, so it probably hits you.
I haven't watched much basketball this season.
Well, I watched quite a lot of basketball this season.
Tell them how you feel about it.
You know, like you said, everybody treated it like it was a game, including Rudy Gobert, who was at center, who plays for the Utah Jazz.
Nut.
And
What a joke.
a couple days ago, no, I don't know if you guys have heard it. He knows. couple days ago, he made like a point to touch every surface,
Right.
and every microphone,
Right.
in like a media session as like a joke because he wasn't taking it seriously. And then a couple days later, he had the coronavirus.
And he gave it to Donovan Mitchell.
He more than likely did give it to his teammate.
Here's the thing, Rudy. It would have been different if it was just like, okay, the NBA has taken precautions. Well, it was gonna happen anyway. But this idiot, and I don't know the full story, but I'm acting like I do for right now.
I thought that was the full story.
I thought it was like
people in the locker room and like the reporters were like taking it very serious. He didn't, and as a result, he did that as a joke. And this is where we are now. Like you said, we were already heading that way because I mean, if you look around the world, like Italy shut all their stuff down. Obviously, China shut all their stuff down. They shut their basketball down a while ago. Italy shut their soccer down, which is
huge.
Just as big over there as
basketball.
and
almost bigger than basketball here. Like that's
no, it's just
that's
it's
the
football
culture.
here. Like yeah,
Right.
it's
That's
like,
the culture.
Yeah, so like you said, we were heading that way, but I think he just sped up the process. And then once the NBA did it, they were the first, I think, major sports to do it in the U.S. And then you see
MLS came.
MLS, and then you started to see
the hockey.
You started to see like college conferences start to do it, and now finally, after they probably got flamed for it, the NCAA finally canceled their tournament too, or suspended the tournament now too.
Right.
So now it's just probably waiting for like MLB and then like NFL to follow suit, just because I mean.
Well, I think the NFL has more time.
Well, their season starts.
Well, it starts next week.
Yeah, so they're gonna be like in media sessions. They're supposed to be. If it was supposed to be how it's gonna go, they're gonna be in media sessions. They're gonna be like in.
And the draft is coming up quick.
Yeah, and then like when the draft happens, like right after the draft happens, it's like what OTA or something.
Really
like
quick,
that.
rookies are so do their
Yeah,
thing.
rookie symposium, all that. So like, yeah, if they got stuff that they do, so they're probably gonna slow down a little bit here too.
Got to.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the season's probably gonna be suspended until like maybe like late May, June probably. Is what I'm thinking, but I mean we don't know just because we still don't really know so much about the virus, or at least we don't. Maybe they do, but we don't.
I think this is funny that we say this because I just was on Twitter before we started, and everybody's been talking about that movie Contagion. That's the first time I've ever seen the trailer. I just watched it.
You ever seen the movie though?
I haven't seen it.
Niggas dying.
Yeah, that's what I saw that, and then what's that movie The Rock was in where it was like he was like San Francisco and had that earthquake like that. San Andreas. And Scott, and you know, people Twitter is full of the conspiracy and the doctors and the nurses. Yeah, terrible movie. Well, what I was saying was,
you ain't seen it? You ain't seen it?
No.
His daughter drowned and was dead. 20 minutes on screen. He got mad and he punched her chest and she came back alive.
No way.
Seriously.
The Rock is
Sounds
like
the
he
Rock.
literally rocked her back to life.
literally.
Wow.
So this person said, we watched it. He said, you actually watch movies for the news and you watch the news for entertainment. And I said, I don't know if I agree.
Nice.
It does sound really good. And Twitter's probably eating it up. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I want to say is because when I actually, for the only two things I've seen from actual doctors, they have made it played out to be, this is more blown up by for the press has blown it up. Yes, it is something we should be worried about, but it is not a death sentence. It's more, and they went into everything about the spill of like the older people that have like respiratory problems. And I even seen some like numbers on Instagram that really showed the numbers in the breakdown compared to like, it starts with an I, as influenza. That actually killing things like the flu. And then down at the bottom of the list, there's corona for the year.
Right.
So like
I think they do have the death rate for the corona is a little higher than the flu.
I think that number is, but the actual percentage is lower or something like that.
It's like because like the percent, like just because of what it does to older people, I feel like it's you older and you get the coronavirus, it is significantly more serious. So, and I think what it has to do with it is also just like the likeliness that so many people can just get it.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
it's more so of like, I think people are freaking out because of the way it's spread. Like
Yeah.
it's spread.
It's like a common cold.
Yeah,
It's not obvious like as far as like symptoms and people actually knowing they have it.
So like if it get bad, niggas around you sneezing, you freaking out.
Yeah, you have no clue.
What the fuck are you doing?
I heard earlier
Did you just sneeze on me, nigga?
they said a flight was, I don't know if it was going from Denver or leaving to Denver, or it actually landed in Denver because somebody sneezed.
And people went crazy.
Wow.
But it can it can be in the air though for a little bit. That's what they say. It can be airborne for like some minutes.
Do y'all think if this ever like got to the extreme that people would become aggressive towards the sick?
Well, let me say this. I don't know how. Do you see that thing in North Korea? You see the North Korea post?
I did.
I don't know how true that is.
Yes.
But they said somebody, first person tested positive for coronavirus and they shot a shot. And they killed him. I'm not making this up. I don't know how true it is, but I saw it on Twitter. So I don't know how factual it is. But if somebody did that, CNN would report that. And I would have seen it everywhere. Yeah, they definitely would have. And niggas are dying. Like, niggas are getting killed over it.
There's so much shit going on in the world that
I feel like they
completely unreported.
I feel like that's something that we're going to report.
I tell you, bro. I don't know.
I feel like
I think that's too big for it.
I feel like that was, I feel like if their first case, they just shot and killed him. Like, that was.
I think you guys are overestimating.
I mean, when I like scroll, they also have like multiple.
If Tom
like,
Hanks is gonna make it on every news station, I'm pretty sure Kim Jong and
you know how much
niggas.
shit goes on like in China and shit that we don't know, like how much injustice they do. They literally have like camps for like, I'm not mistaken, for like people with like the Muslim religion.
Yeah.
That's something going on for years, and it's only been like recently, like I guess mainstream reported. It's basically it's literally like a fucking
concentration camp.
like a concentration camp.
Yeah. I've seen that. Yep.
I mean,
I'm just saying they're reporting everything like worldwide, like Italy and stuff on like CNN.
I've seen that.
So I think if something to that extreme happened, they would definitely.
It's just one person. I think that is true.
If the government shuts,
I think that's pretty extreme.
North Korea is one for one.
What I'm saying to
They're
y'all,
1 for 1.
what I'm saying to y'all,
Took him out.
it's extreme for us. For them, it's not. Like the way I feel like the way they run that shit over there. Oh, he has a coronavirus. Like, get rid of him.
It's like they came in
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, you have it? Cool, follow us. We're gonna take over here to the.
We're gonna take care of it.
We're gonna see how much you weigh real quick, and then shot that nigga.
And they burn his body. That's what you do.
I don't know if it's too early for that.
That's what you do in the movies, bro.
Okay, well, we hopefully that's just some shit that I just saw that happened to be Twitter made. So but
you think they made it up?
I do, because I haven't seen it anywhere else but in the picture.
Yeah, it just looked like made a shot.
But never mind. We'll keep respectful this episode. Pretty much. Okay, so I seen it, and instead of be like, wow, I just started laughing.
Oh.
Well, my coworkers started laughing. So y'all, it was just the fact that I read it, and immediately I was like, wow. I started laughing. But it's so serious. Hey, if you listen to this, don't hold that against me just because none of you niggas perfect. None of you. I know we all laugh at some things we shouldn't laugh at. All right? 95% of Twitter.
99%.
And Twitter has taken this thing, and for how many days? It's been weeks now, I guess.
Twitter takes everything.
But not like this. This is probably the most talked about thing in Twitter history. Name one better. For longer than this?
I can't think of how long we talked about that, but it was like everywhere. But this is awesome.
I'm surprised my unit hasn't called me about, like, send me something about taking caution or getting ready for those things.
I was thinking about asking you that, and I was like, I was just thinking like,
in fact,
we should have got a word or something.
I haven't even heard like a lot of like specific military personnel speaking on it outside of like federal administrators. Like I haven't seen much.
Not even police. Not even the police.
Yeah.
Force. If it comes to where it goes on a national shutdown type thing, I could see it. But even then, I think they would have sent me something like. That's why I don't think it's as big.
You definitely got something.
That's why I don't think it's as big as things are making it seem. Because if they don't send military forces out to ensure things are happening, then something is not adding. That's why I said stuff like adding up. Let me start talking here. I feel like Dr. What's that nigga's name? The African dude. Dr. some Ermin. What's that nigga's name? You know what I'm talking about?
Is it Omar
Omar? No. Is it? You know what I'm talking about?
The guy
I know what you're talking about.
Died or was killed?
No.
I know you're talking about the black doctor nigga.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
I hope you're not talking about Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. Let me stop talking before they try to come get me.
We're not going to talk about him.
That's a good piece of evidence. Politics over Punani. That's all I took from him. Is he homeless? Have you seen the video? Every time he do a video, he's outside. But this dude is hiding on the kids' playground. Nigga, we see you. You are a grown man on the kids' playground. You cannot hide there. Standing behind, you know how the swings have like when on the swings has a pole that hold it?
Yeah.
This nigga standing behind the pole, peeking around the pole. Nigga, we can see you on the playground talking about the government.
Right.
And I bet, you know what, sometimes he makes some good points, but when it gets...
Can we not talk about?
Yeah,
I just happen to go... Okay, let me go one more thing out. Omar, whatever your name is. You can't accept somebody's cash app to help you and then tell them they should get more next time. You seen that? Did y'all see that?
I know that is something.
You said $5 next time, make it 20. I know that's all you had. But you're homeless. I'm confused.
I'm grateful, man.
Man, this nigga in his car at 2 o'clock in the morning, you ain't to go to sleep.
Right, you bored ass nigga.
Anyways, coronavirus. So what we seeing now is that everything's getting canceled. Coachella, one of those things. A lot of concert series. Live Nation, that has most big concerts go on tour through them, is canceling everything. A lot of people's trips are getting canceled. I know we all joked about we taking trips around the world, but Donald Trump has shut those things down. So my thing, like, especially working at a bank, the economic change that's happening is drastically going to be negative for a lot of people, for majority of people. Like stock market things wise, well, let me say this. I don't really know how many people know about like interest rates and things like that. As far as like, if you were going to get a house, this is the best time to do it. From a banker's perspective, I'm just going to leave it at that. If you're going to get a house or get low rates on loans and shit, for you people that want to get loans and want to come see me on Kansas Expressway, Springfield, at Commerce Bank, I can get you set up with majority of things except for the house, but I can get you to the lady that does the houses. And, you know, anyways, based off that, I feel like a lot of pockets of our creatives, as far as music and things like that, are going to be hit negatively for people that are 100% invested in music, like for younger artists. Do y'all think that this time for them, for even athletes, even like in the XFL, for people that are in the smaller brands of sports, like the minor leagues, is this going to be more negative for them?
I think
than beneficial.
I think as far as just to not to touch back on what we talked about already, but just the sports, I think that's gonna hit dramatically, especially like maybe not the MLB because the MLB doesn't have a salary cap, but the NBA and the NFL, like, they have salary caps and they've already acclimated the money that they're gonna get this season into next season. That they've already like acclimated probably like hundreds of millions of dollars. You know what I mean? With like predictions and things of that nature. So they're like, before they canceled the games, they were thinking about playing games with no audience, which more than likely was going to end up probably boosting TV ratings.
Right.
But now there's just no games in general. You're not getting any TV money. You're not getting any TV money. You're getting no money. And like, if it goes into the playoffs, oh man,
you're gonna see it. But
I don't think or somehow they end up like, I don't know, Lord forbid they cancel the whole season. Obviously, that's not the main thing that's important right now. But if they somehow were able to do that or did that, then they would lose.
Niggas don't want to see LeBron win. They don't see LeBron win.
But I think that, like I said, I think they're gonna just postpone it and have it later on.
Yep.
As far as the NFL, I think I don't think it's gonna affect it as much, just because, like you said, like their season, even though it starts just like the preliminary things before they really get into the swing.
I think them in baseball won't see too much of an effect because baseball season is so long.
Facts.
They're like, right now, they're just about to start the season in a couple of weeks. I know the Royals put something out about their focus wasn't stopping. Their focus was how can we have crowd control, who we can let in and out of the park.
Right.
Because MLB, I'm guessing MLB is America's pastime, which means that they're generating the most money.
Right.
Which means that they're trying to avoid as much as possible. Which I think at the end of the day they're gonna have to stop whatever spring training thing is said.
I expect it to be within the next week. Both sports leagues are gonna follow the NBA's lead, to be honest.
Okay, so now that we say that, I also think that on a global scale, because this is the first time I think we've been involved in something that the whole world has had to pay this much attention to at one time. For like these global like artists, like I know Ari Lennox is in like Australia on tour right now, or doing shows over there right now.
Australia on quarantine.
Tom Hanks is over there.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they're on quarantine yet. Dude,
I think they just have
Tom Hanks was in
They
Australia to see.
definitely have cases.
No, he was there too. He was filming. He's filming. He's filming. Maybe he was there. I mean, he's one of us. I'll take him over Bill Clinton.
That's fine.
Facts. So going.
I mean, Tom Hanks did Forrest Gump and Bill Clinton did not, among other things.
Okay, good point. That's not there nor there. We're not gonna get too deep into that. I'm just gonna keep going. Damn, I lost my point now. I also thinking about Bill Clinton. Anyways, you think about Forrest Gump? Yeah. Prayers for Tom Hanks, not Bill Clinton.
And his wife as well.
And his wife, not Hillary. All right, so damn, I really forgot my point. What was I about to say?
You were talking about the global impact.
You were talking about Ari.
Ari Lennox
in Australia.
Stuff in Australia.
What I say after that?
She on her tour.
Y'all started talking about something.
I think you were going. How do we think that's gonna affect like other artists or artists that are being put in some of these high risk locations, like doing tours
Okay, I remember. Right. So my thing was, now they canceled Coachella, right? They postponed it. You got these big music festivals which cost a lot of money. We know, we go.
Right.
I feel like it's unfair to them to postpone it and keep people's money. Like South by Southwest, I think it is, who have like a strict, we don't do refunds policy. I mean, obviously you can sign up for it. Some people do that.
Some people are.
It's like you don't get it. There's no refund. Like it doesn't matter.
I'm also just like, it's irritating because of the travel. People have to take off work. Like people have, I don't know, people plan their lives around it. So I feel like that's super irresponsible.
Irresponsible for them not to give a refund, or what is irresponsible?
I'm saying to just for them, like, I mean,
do we know for a fact that they're not giving refunds?
For Coachella, they postponed it, so it's to October.
Too.
But I think you should give the option. I think you can either keep your ticket to October, or you can get your money back. If they're gonna sell them, Coachella's gonna sell them. Whenever they reset that date, it's gonna happen. Like a South by Southwest, these are the big music festivals. Like these are the things like we just said people set their time out for. Like I'm going rolling out of Miami, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up being postponed.
Oh, you know, more than likely.
I'm still going to Miami because
Even if
yeah. It was my vacation. That's my vacation for the year. I just happened to fit it around Rolling Out, and the flights are cheap. The flights are what?
I imagine the flight was super
$3 right now. So no, like those things, I feel like you should give people deserve to choose whether they want to wait or to get their money back. Because when Coachella, I don't know how much it is. I would guess it's about $5 something at least. Like people paying purchase, like these people are taking pretty much risking, hey, I can pay for Coachella, or I can pay my bills, or I get my Coachella ticket and we just figure the fuck out with the bills later. A lot of people do that. A lot of young millennials will do that for these tickets. So when you're like, oh, we're not giving your money back. Well, I can't make it in October. Who gives a fuck? Can't get your money back.
Yeah.
Now what do I do? Now what do I do?
No, I mean, I definitely feel that. I definitely feel like it should be an option, but I also feel like that's kind of depending on like the festival. I know they probably have. It's a lot of contractual stuff that they probably have. With the space, with the artists, like they probably like a lot of those monies that they getting, they may be fronting some of that money to bring the artists, or fronting that money to have vendors and stuff like that. So when it comes time to refund that money back, it's like, well, shit, your money's spent.
Well, who's to say these artists? Who's to say these artists can even make it in October? They plan their tours on and shit so far ahead.
I was literally just thinking of like rearranging lineups and stuff too. If people can't make it.
Like let's say for example, we'll go with Frank. It's out of optimism. If Frank knows his album was to drop in like in July, and he already really had his tour date set for September through November, he hasn't released it yet. He's not gonna move his whole tour for this one event. Let me not say that. I don't know how much he can pay, but to go around that and to make adjustments can be hard.
Well, I mean,
this shit can be set in stone.
I'm sure Coachella will try their best to fit everything to get as many artists as they can. I mean, it's completely realistic and more than likely expected that they're gonna lose a couple artists in that scenario that y'all just talked about. But
I mean, they're probably gonna move around their top 3 first, and then it just falls from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, that can be different, but still, I don't know, man. I think at the same time, with this being so much of, and once again, don't attack me for this government wise, I still feel like it's just something that's off about the whole thing. I feel like it's always something that's not conveyed as with the whole picture of exactly what's going on. There's missing pieces in there that, as a detective at my branch, I'm And my bank, I've caught a lot of fraud in my bank. So I'm pretty much a licensed detective by default. These are things that I look at. You know, it comes, like I said, the military group, the whole world going on quarantine. How can you truly make people stay in your house? You can't force people to stay in your house. What about homeless people? You can't put them somewhere. Where are you going to put them at? So how can you really quarantine people out of that space? It comes from China. How the fuck did it come from China? Who had it first?
So
because that means it's been here. It can't just have a period. We woke up on like a Monday and like, wait, you have something different.
here's the thing. I definitely feel like
use your detective mind.
I feel like it might have been like a laboratory experimental, something went bad, and then like
movie plot.
No, dead ass though.
Real,
The doctor that was announcing it, in China, he was like, oh, this is what's here, and then he got sick, and then this nigga died out of nowhere. He died like a couple of days, so I don't know if they were trying to.
I did not know that.
He was a doctor.
I did not know that.
No, he was
Y'all serious?
No, dead ass. He was a doctor. He was a doctor. Look it up. It was a doctor in China.
He was trying to talk about coronavirus, and then he got
sick.
He
got it.
Caught the coronavirus,
and then died. Like out of nowhere. And I don't know what his health situation was.
I did see something about it.
The doctor was looking in, the virus was already thinking.
He just brought attention. So he brought attention to it, and then the police got involved he got in trouble for I guess they call it whistleblowing or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he caught it and then died in a matter of. I mean, it was quick. It was real quick. And don't get me wrong, I know the virus is probably taking people out, but this was we talking maybe a week time span.
That's nuts, bro.
Yeah,
that was the thing.
And so
it wasn't heavily reported on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of just fucked me up. I did not know that.
But I don't know.
So if I say if that was the case, then that would mean whatever this strain is would probably be strongest in China, which would make sense as to why.
But
that's why I'm thinking.
Also a possibility that it transfers. Someone doesn't have to come directly from China for it to get to America. Somebody could have came from Europe or any other country, and then they spread it to somebody who's going to the U.S. It could it's so many ways it shit spreads. That's just how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And once somebody, let's say one person from China had it and they were in the airport,
right?
They can give it to anybody that's going anywhere, and that just keeps on going. So they could mess around and give it to somebody who was going to Canada, who was going to fucking Michigan, who was going to Ohio, who was going to DC.
Just being a carrier and carrying.
It should
being a carrier.
And that's why people say it's so scary as far as how you can get it. It can live on a surface.
As quick as a common cold.
Literally, you touch that surface, you have it.
As quick as a common cold.
Yeah.
Literally, what we've been doing at work, I work at a department store. We literally been wiping down, after
every 30 minutes,
yes,
everything.
We've been wiping down everything. It's also interesting for me to see at work. I just said I work at a department store, but it's literally. I'm not gonna say that. It's literally a ghost town, and I work in the.
Why you didn't want to say?
I work in swim as well, and people normally are buying for spring break and going on cruises and stuff around this time of year. It's nothing. It's literally just dead.
Speaking of, y'all got some sales going on?
Not right now, no. But yeah, it's just interesting to see how it's impacting so many different markets. I imagine retail is gonna slow down a lot because. No, because people aren't leaving their house if they don't have to.
Right.
Also, you can also see that it's very obvious. So this will be interesting how it impacts everybody.
Shoot, I do taxes. Them people's in there.
You just don't care.
Bro, I just feel like I'm not gonna stop living life because I'm just not. Until I'm forced to stay inside, I will continue to wash my hands and do the things I need to do and not touch stuff that I don't need to be touching and not shake people's hands. If I'm not gonna sit in my room and do nothing. That had nothing to do but no, I wasn't even. I was just being funny. But yeah, okay, but I'm for real. I just don't see. I mean, it's good. Like I said, it's something I'm aware of now. I'm okay, this is a real thing, but I still gotta go to work tomorrow. It doesn't change anything as far as that goes. I had classes. I still have to take classes online, but I still have to take it. Nothing's paused. Nothing has stopped. So I shouldn't act like it stopped. And with that being said, thankfully, music has not stopped. and we keep getting it because 2020 is feeling very 2016ish.
Indeed.
The music is coming.
As far as music.
Yeah, the music goes. No, not the year. Not the year.
I wasn't. Not the year.
Remove everything except music. And here we are. We've got albums. It's March. And I feel like we've been bombarded with a lot of albums, which is this is when I feel at my best. Most recently, the big boys are come out to play a little bit, including Lil Uzi Vert.
Indeed.
We've been waiting.
Calling Lil Uzi and big in the same sentence just doesn't make sense. Because he like what 4, 5. I thought he
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
He's 4 or
I
5.
thought you said he was 4 or 5.
No, he's like 4 or 5. And he's like 5 something.
5. He's probably like 5.
I'm a nigga make a bitch wanna pop.
Or
I'm
5.
a nigga make a bitch wanna pop. Anyways, we got some good music for the past couple weeks. Megan was able to release hers.
Baby.
Lil Baby made me I'm a bigger fan now. Off of his tape, we got
Her drop.
Janae.
so I said I'm listening, but I heard 2 songs off of it, and it was tough.
Yeah.
I heard one with John
And
Legend.
I'll repeat.
All right, what's a song called with John Legend? Good song. And I've heard the Pussy Fairy one. I don't want to say it. Good song. The one Future, haven't heard it yet. But out of these new albums, which one has probably stood out the most to you right now? Like for example, like I said, the Lil Baby one stood out the most because I'm a very like, what's it called?
Lightning and Thunder.
Lightning and Thunder.
Mhm.
That makes sense actually. But as y'all know, at least y'all know, my thing about Lil Baby is just I haven't ever been a big fan. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Like I just feel like even when him and Gunna made that joint tape, I just really didn't like it that much because I was listening to too much Lil Baby. But now I can see it's probably because I can see his growth now from then to now, and like you get the songs like a commercial that he had, like commercial or even the song with Gunna. I like Baby more. I like Gunna. I'm a Gunna fan. We know this. To see that, so I think that's my favorite right now. And that's it. What I want to see.
No, I definitely would second that. Yeah, Uzi, his shit was cool. I'm on my 3rd or 4th listen, and each time I listen to it, it kind of grows on me a little bit more and more and more.
The production is that I like it.
Yeah,
I feel like when you listen more, you also pick up different things every time you listen.
Yeah,
because it's the production.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to him. I know he's supposed to be coming out with a
part 2.
Coming out with a part 2, so I'm definitely
The
looking
deluxe.
forward to that from him.
The deluxe is going crazy. What agree?
Oh, I was just gonna say I didn't know. I mean, I appreciate any music that you put out, Uzi. I just don't know if it was necessary to add more tracks.
They ain't giving no features.
I felt the same way. He already had 18.
Yeah, it's already like super long.
That was different.
More than enough.
That was different though. That's not the same.
Well,
do you know like the sound? Like, is it literally just
know.
like?
And I'm happy that I don't know because I'm just open minded to whatever.
Also, yeah, for people that were like complaining they were disappointed, I feel like y'all didn't go in with an open mind when y'all listened to it.
You got to
with the Uzis.
Yeah, Chris said the
You
same
gotta
thing.
go.
Well, I wouldn't. I only went in with no expectations. I wouldn't call myself a Uzi fan. I honestly had no cap. I literally like never sat down and listened to a full Uzi album.
That's me too. That's the first time I
It's the
listened
first
to
time
it.
I've ever listened to a Uzi album all the way through. I know a couple people right now that look at me sideways.
Me neither, bro. Me neither, bro. It's the first one to the whole album.
What's that
Damn.
first one? Love is Rage. That
Nah,
motherfucker went stupid.
It did.
Yeah, bro.
The first, I heard it was.
I heard the hits off that and some other couple.
Love is Rage.
Like the first half of his album, I really enjoyed. The second half was just okay to me, and that's why it kind of evens out to being a good project to me. Like the songs are cool, it's not necessarily for me. And then I mean, obviously Janae's went stupid, so I think.
Did he go?
No, her shit was nice. I've
It
listened
really
to her
spoke-
shit. It's nice.
It spoke to my soul.
I told you that before. Like even when it dropped, like it's one of them things where like I never said it out loud, but I realized, I really might be a huge Janae fan.
Everybody
I love
is.
all
No,
her
She's
music.
no,
amazing.
I love all her music.
I'm listening tonight because
Like,
It's really gonna speak to you.
But
like
so
she
like,
said.
what's the first project where she walking on the beach? What's that one called?
like that mixtape.
Is that mixtape where she got
It's like something
Sold
soul or
Out.
something.
That was amazing.
That's hard.
And
That
the
is
last-
hard.
I know that's what everybody
That
admitted
is
they were
hard.
And then
fans.
the last one that just came out, it's hard too.
Alright, this is the next one.
It's got a.
I like 2088.
I was
it's
going to
2088.
sing.
I like 2088. That's a
I
good
was
one.
going to sing it, but I'm not.
Sing it.
It's called Sativa. I remember it.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
With Sway Lee?
I didn't like that one as much. Oh,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like she makes quality music. I think just the anticipation for hers and Uzi's, I think probably makes those, I guess, the ones that stand out the most. I mean, Baby, because he's consistently making music, right? Even if he's not on his own project, he's on features, he's on songs.
He's doing it right.
And even right now, Meg is on her feature run.
And they're doing it right.
So it's just like we're consistently getting music from them. Whereas I feel
Like
like for Uzi and Janae, it's been what 2-3 years.
Uzi's been
Love is Rage 2 came
Hasn't
out
it been
2017.
more? I think
Janae
it's
is
been
like
17.
3.
Yeah, I think it's
Janae's
2017 for
Janae's been a
Uzi.
little bit
Might
more.
be
2088.
2016.
What was 2088?
That was
That was
long
like
ago.
That was-
No, like
wasn't it?
17, 18. Yep, probably 17,
Yeah.
18.
I
Yep.
think it was about 17, 16.
17? Well, I'll say y'all this too. I had to go back on this nigga. I listened to Pop Smoke's We Do 2, came out probably like a month ago. I listened to it actually on the car ride back here. It's like, it's one of them, every song like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but he's smart to do it like that. It's actually really good. I like it
Is
a
it
lot.
not? Is it no posthumous type of effect? If that makes sense.
No, this dropped right before he died. This hit, like, he dropped this.
No, but what I'm saying to you though, like, is there kind of like an after effect for you?
It's like
You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was still alive.
Would it have hit?
it's like, yes, no, if he was still alive, that's why I feel like this nigga was taking off. Like, I listened to this shit, I said, oh, this nigga was like, he had figured out, he had the New York sound, plus that British underground, plus just had that charisma to him. Like, it made it
Like it was kind of his own little.
Yeah, he was 50 in a more playful way. Like, this nigga was still young, and he was like, you can tell he's a cool ass dude, and the tape is it just fits, like, from top to bottom. Until you get to, like, he has, like, some songs, like, the last tape he put on there at the end, like, a bonus thing, but I was really like, damn, this shit hard. So, my thing was like, damn, like, I know when he first died, I was like, damn, we had just seen him at Astro. I was like, I liked him, I really know. He said Hitch. But I was like, oh, he was really, like, on that path. That's hard too. You should listen to it.
How'd you guys feel about Meg's album?
I haven't even listened to
I
it.
thought it was okay. There was only 3 tracks for me that had like, actually probably only 2 tracks that will have like strong replay value.
Which one
Basically,
you
what I meant to say.
Savage
I like Savage a lot.
Shit. Go ahead and say what you say, Chris.
We're just like, she's clear. Like, I feel like she was clearly trying new things.
Yes, she was singing. I feel like her topics.
Yeah, that song "Crying in the Car," it threw me off.
Yeah, it didn't flow with them.
So
It's not even about like flowing with the album. It was just like the song in general was like it was kind of talking about the Lord, but then I felt like she was cussing too. I always feel weird when artists do that.
Yeah. And
Oh,
especially in the same like
Song, verse, line.
Yeah.
I feel that too.
But
Yeah.
basically,
But it happens a lot though.
you know, it
It
does.
It happens a lot though.
Yeah.
But do you guys think like her progression is going the right way? I feel like with this project.
I feel like it's starting to show that she's able to be like more versatile as far as like content and what she like topic wise and just like range of things, like how she was like singing and stuff. There's one
mainly
more-
on the Gunna song, right? That's the only song she was really singing on, right?
Yeah. I
No,
think.
okay, bro. I listened to it one time when I was like actually studying, and I can't really tell you which song she was singing. Yeah, y'all had that conversation. Y'all really did that.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, I feel like it's showing that she can be like more versatile than just like going super hard, and like nasty and like grimy like all the time. I feel like it's showing she has a bit more to her. And I feel like her next project, like after this, may have a more like delicate side.
I think I don't ever want to. Let me not say what she should do. I don't want to tell artists what to do, but I would enjoy it. I feel like more if she came from a place more personal. I still want her to rap that hard shit though. I still want her to go on a beat hard, but just like make your content more personal to you.
Like her story?
Yeah, like or anything like if you know what I'm saying. People resonate with that. If like you tell your story through your music, you know what I mean.
Right.
Like I feel like people would be really receptive to her doing that, especially like if she came with like the same energy that we know she can. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like I recognize like the effort to do different stuff. Like when she was singing on the song with Gunna, and it was cool, but I'm not too excited to see her go down that lane.
Oh yeah, I don't want her to ever go like pop, like sing songy or like.
I just don't think. I don't even think like autotune is just great for her. I think her voice is so great. Her rap voice is just like so great. Her ad libs are great. I don't really think she needs any of that, to be honest. But I mean, I'm sure. I mean, everyone does something with their voice. I just don't want her to. I feel like I don't want her to stay in that lane. If that makes sense.
I remember we had a conversation about like the new artists, like her baby and stuff. I feel like she has the most room I can see for growth as an artist.
I'm worried the baby gone.
I think I was just about to say the same thing. Not soon, but
yeah,
we can't keep slapping people.
Yeah, publicity wise, like your perception,
and he's way smarter than that.
He's way
smarter than that.
He's very violent.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna end up in a scandal that's gonna like cut, like
it's gonna be too far. Like it's gonna be like, all right,
he already gave old girl what she said, cheek contusion.
Yeah,
she should have walked her happy ass right in the hospital and said, "Yep, I am hurt," and guess who did it? You ain't gonna believe this shit. The baby, he apologized. I don't give a fuck though. I'm assuming. So that's what I mean. That if I would be so happy if Oprah smacked the shit out of me one day. I'll be like, thank you.
But you gotta realize some lawyers gonna get that gone, and they're not gonna pay you shit.
Oh, it's gonna be a settlement.
I feel like they're gonna pay him off.
It's gonna be a settlement.
I get slapped by Oprah. Listen.
I'm quitting my job. I'm quitting everything. I'm coming out at least.
What type of lawyer?
Quit everything.
What type of lawyer are you hiring? You got assaulted. What type of lawyer you need to hire to
on camera?
Right. Like you don't need somebody. Win. You don't need some. You don't need to do that. What's the dude that got off? What's his name? OJ.
With that black dude, the one that got him off.
What's his name?
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't need him.
Yeah. If you lose the case with that video evidence, your lawyer, he's the worst. That nigga needs to get fired.
Like
for real. Like I pray to God in my lifetime to Oprah smacks me for no reason. These are things that I dream about. Niggas have goals. I'm dreaming about, wow, if somebody with $1 billion, like Jeff Bezos, like hit me like with his car, like barely, he can settle at $20 million. I'm quitting, and I'm talking to you niggas like y'all ain't right for that.
I'm literally using full explosiveness, jumping completely off the right.
I'll be the nigga like.
It's a flop.
My back.
Y'all be careful with that now.
I'll literally be like PD. I would tweet every morning. Are you niggas grinding? Are you niggas working for what you want? Like,
I was gonna say, just be careful when y'all do that. Make sure y'all don't lose no leg and no shit.
That's even better.
I'm gonna lose a leg for $20 million. Fuck that leg. Fuck you niggas are poor. I'm rich.
That's more realistic.
I'm rich.
No,
are y'all grinding? Are y'all grinding? Did y'all wake up and grind today like I did? And you can be like me if you work for it.
You grind with one leg.
Touching on what you said, I'm not getting
hit
hit by a car on purpose.
I can buy another one.
I'm not getting hit by a car on purpose. I'm just saying if it was to so happen, it just happened. I'm not jumping out of a car.
I want $50 million. I'll settle for $100.
I can't speak for him no more because he wants to live like with one leg.
That's what I'm saying.
So okay.
If I had to choose between $20 million and 2 legs, I'm choosing 2 legs.
No. So you're telling me if for $20 million or 2 legs, you're gonna keep your 2 legs and not the $20 million.
Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to. You gonna get some prosthetic legs.
I don't want.
You gonna have nubs.
I said
for 20
no. You're gonna have. You're only losing one. You're losing 1 leg, not 2 legs. You're losing 1 leg.
I will take both legs.
You don't have to work anymore. You
don't have to stress like about anything. For this one.
This is beyond me, man. This is cap.
It's not cap, bro.
This cap, bro.
Bro, so in this
you can get a prosthetic leg, bro.
In this made up scenario, they gotta cut your leg off. That's the only way you're gonna lose it.
That just means who cares how it gets.
You can't feel it, man. You just lost it.
It's gone.
It's gone. It doesn't matter how it's gone.
You niggas are embarrassing.
We're not.
I'm tweeting. In my mind, I got $20 million.
Oh no, you did. You did. In 1 leg.
With $20 million.
You know, I hear you, and it's great. I just don't think I could, bro.
Teach yourself.
You can get a new leg.
It's
When
not.
you get $20 million.
This ain't Futurama where you can go get another leg and
I'm
it's
not
back
saying
like
you gotta
it was
regenerate.
before.
That's not what I'm
Like, you
saying.
get a
You
prosthetic
can get a
leg.
prosthetic leg. They making advancements
It's
with
not-
that.
It ain't shit, bro.
I've seen people with prosthetic legs all the time.
Yeah.
They go fucking jogging.
Well, Pete.
We didn't say your entire leg.
P, what'd you say?
I'll let y'all just go ahead and.
What'd you say, P?
Are we on the same page?
No, P,
Yeah,
what'd you
yeah,
say?
okay. on the same page.
Oh, they tripping.
Yep. I'm gonna let y'all get a leg up on it.
Like, bro,
Bro, where's the art?
Guy is
Yeah,
a
bro.
comedian.
I'm not.
Nigga,
I promise you, I'm not
yeah.
capping, bro. I'm not capping, bro. I just can't do it. I don't think
You
like
can get a new
like-
leg.
I mean, here's the
like
thing.
to the point like if somebody literally just asked me, I don't even think I can say yes.
So check this out. So when you go home and you go to bed at night, you gotta realize like you got $20 million in the bank. But when you lay in the bed, you gotta detach your leg from your nub. And then you gotta wake up.
Is that a valid point? This nigga just said
You gotta.
to go to sleep.
I mean,
after
it's
the
something
tax
you
my
have to
leg.
deal with
You are
every single
asleep.
day. Like,
Oh wow!
I mean, you're
let me
detaching.
put my leg on my
Is
$20
the
million.
money worth
Okay.
you perhaps not ever being comfortable in your life again? You
Let me-
lived your whole life this way.
Let me paint this
and
picture.
now you will no longer have.
You running from a dog,
He's
And your
jokes,
leg.
but I'm being very serious.
and your leg fly off.
okay, cut it.
What?
Cut it, guys. Cut it. Cut the conversation.
Okay, but say this. Okay, let's think about it like this. So, we all young adults here, all right? None of us are making millions of dollars, right?
Correct.
I'm walking my broke 2-leg ass around, enjoying my life.
That's
While
my point.
I'm adulting.
Enjoy
Or
your life.
I wake up in the morning like, ooh, let me put my leg on. How much money I got in the bank account today? Looks like I lost $20. Now I'm down to $19 million.
Or
It's
you
a
wake
sad
up in the
day.
morning with the 20 mil, somebody just try to play a prank on you, you can't find your leg, now you hopping around.
These scenarios.
I'm hopping around with $20 million.
Also, you
All
take
right,
Nigga,
you got it, man. You got it.
I'm just saying, man, niggas, the biggest cap in life is that money can't help you out and make you happy, because it can make you happy in certain aspects.
Wait.
It's not gonna solve it.
No,
It won't solve it.
I agree.
It can make you happy,
You're right. I just think that like the original saying is true. Money cannot buy you happiness, but it can
Well,
buy a lot of
it's
things that
okay.
lend to happiness. It can buy you comfortability. It can buy you
Right.
nice things that you
Security,
security,
ease of mind.
Peace of mind.
some fun events,
Yeah.
fun things, all types of stuff.
Then I started taking pictures in fucking Thailand. I'm looking at the water and shit, putting quotes on "Life is good" or something.
Right.
Or with everybody else with 2 legs, like, damn, I wish I could do that.
Well, you ain't gonna be standing up.
All right, we got on tangent. We went off. All right, man, let's keep going to the end. All right, we come to that time again where we kind of break down something we're listening to here. We talked about albums we're listening to, but that's just for recent. So, anybody have anything they want to talk about first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
All right, so once again, I've been listening to 2 things over like last weekend. I was listening to something today a lot. Been listening to that Baby Keem again. Appreciate you for putting me on Baby Keem. Is that what you was gonna say? Too late, I took it.
You about to say Baby King?
I think she's about to say Baby Keem.
I put
So
y'all
I
on?
got that face.
Is that what you
Oh, I
said?
told you you put me on. Yeah, no, yeah, I told
The
you.
nigga's
Listen,
hard.
Listen, Baby Keem, he like 15, 16.
No.
What's the die for my bitch or something?
Die for my
Die for my
bitch.
bitch.
It's on
It's
repeat,
so hard.
baby.
It's so hard.
Repeat.
It's so hard.
Like you listen to
The
like
range.
clearly he's young, but it's just good.
Great.
And he definitely shows range.
The range. Oh my god.
And it's like, I don't know, he just the way he sound over them beats, production is great.
Yeah.
Probably because of
It's
the
phenomenal.
people he has in his
In
life.
his corner.
It's
Yep.
phenomenal.
But the
Like,
production is great.
Amazing.
Should be slapping in the whip.
Oh,
And yeah, dude definitely has range. He only 15, 16. If he can keep growing,
I'm ready for his
it's
next
gonna
one.
be some great stuff.
He's getting like endorsements from the top niggas like Jay,
Yes.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like he's that. Clearly they see it, and I seen it too. When I heard, what's the song I heard? The Orange Soda,
That's the
Little
first.
Bitch, and I heard I said he probably is a kid that's like,
Like you went to it and like that's
Yeah.
like the
Whoa.
least one.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
down here compared to
Right.
everything else. Yeah.
the fact that we thought I was looking at it as being like a one-hit wonder, and he listed the album, like this ain't even top 5.
You know.
He
Listen to you, have you?
No, I have.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I have.
But-
He put me on. Yeah, he put me on. That
He
too,
probably
yeah.
the one he
Yeah.
played
I'll
that
play that
stats.
shit.
Yeah.
all-
And that motherfucker started jumping. I was like, what is
Yeah.
it?
No, that
Yeah.
second part of stats comes on, you like, whoa, wait a minute. At first, you're like, this is hard. And the second part, you like, hold on, I might need to tap into this album because this nigga kind of different. I'm glad, man.
When I blow, I'ma call your hoe thirsty. I sign my paychecks in cursive. I'm worthy.
That nigga was snapping.
That
Baby King was hard. All right,
Listen,
damn.
that shit was hard.
I'm happy you guys
Right.
put on there.
And then secondly, I've been listening to today. Actually, been listening to two KC artists. I've been listening to Kai Colors. Actually, I've never listened to any. Listened to any
I've
music
heard.
before.
I've heard. I ain't gonna fake. I heard Twitter, like clips and things like that. I've heard some. I can tell.
He cool. He's
He's nice. Yeah.
Actually, the song he released today actually sounded a lot like
Baby King.
his most recent song that I listened to today sounded a lot like Baby King as far as like the.
I'm starting to see a lot more KC artists on Twitter, and
Yeah,
some of these tough.
Yeah, there's another one. Her name is Crystal. That was the song I was playing.
That she was playing.
Yeah, it's called. Let me make sure I say it right. It's her most recent release called "You, Again." It's kind of like a neo soul type of vibe to it. Kind of like some. I don't want to say no name, but around that area, it's kind of like a neo soul backdrop, and she drops a couple verses on it. It's real smooth, real vibey.
That's what's up.
So that's what I've been listening to.
Chris stole my answer.
I'll put you on Baby King.
But it's also wild because I didn't know that's what
Is he
he's
put
been
me on?
listening
I'll
to
put you on.
this much this week. And
Like,
wow,
dude,
that's
it's such a hit. Like, ooh, Don
is
Toliver's
literally
out.
This was literally the only thing been on rotation. That and then Chilombo. That's how you say it, correct? By
What
Janae.
is Chilombo?
I Wumbo, he Chilombo, he, she, Chilombo.
But yeah, that really
That makes
speaks.
sense.
That album is really speaking to me, like in this moment in life, like how Control was speaking to us, like when it first came out. This is how this shit is like. She's just hitting like so many different areas of your life, where they would be like a hope phase, or like the nigga that just like fucked you up, or it's like quality of life, or if you have somebody that passed in your life, like it's just hitting like every high and every low in my life, and yeah, it's just. Great ass project. Thank you for this, Janae. Like, and it's just so like it literally feels like healing because I think she actually I don't know what the sounds are. You know what I'm talking about? Where she like swirls. Okay, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. She uses some type of like objects though to make sounds. I think it's like
like the little Japanese ring bell type thing.
Are you guys talking about instruments?
yes, okay.
Instrument?
Some type of instrument.
Sound?
It's like the Japanese bell. I know.
I think she used like bowls or something.
You lost me.
Okay. Anyways, but she even has some of those like in the background, which is super. They're literally used for like healing and stuff. So it's beautiful. If you haven't listened to it, you need to listen to it front to back, back to front. It's amazing.
Cool. I ain't really been listening to too much. I ran back the weekend at Trilogy joint.
Phenomenal.
I've been vibing to that. I don't
Phenomenal.
know why,
The
but
best.
I know he's supposed to be releasing a project. Is it this weekend?
I don't think it's
This weekend.
Or sometime-
I think it's next week.
It's sometime in the soon though.
Soon. Yeah, very soon.
So looking forward to that. But yeah, I just had to vibe to that, and that's been cool. Definitely listen to that. Janae, Lil Baby, been listening to that. Gonna drop a little single joint. It was cool.
I thought it was hot.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was hot.
But yeah, looking very forward to some of this new music that's coming out in these next couple months.
So for me, I'll go two places too. I'll go back to Pop Smoke album. He got a song there called She Got a Thing. I don't think a lot of people would probably like that song. I just like I get a vibe from it. That's really it. That's probably my biggest thing. I bump Baby King album probably once a day. Like the fact that you guys said that, like I really like that nigga a lot.
Same. I can't wait to see where he goes.
I'm gonna go local too. Y'all know what's going on. This girl, her name's Skylar. I don't know if it's fully Skylar, like Callie. I also say Skylar because I know we know who she is.
Yeah.
But she's tough. She got songs called The Truth Out. She actually got Freestyle Friday that we already heard. It's gonna come. It'll be up on our social media pages here. Well, tomorrow. Well, today is as of Friday, really. I feel like we all hear people like our age group, like people we know, and it's like it can be cool. It's like it's tough, but then sometimes you hear something be like, Hold on for a second. Like, wait a minute. That's what it sounds like. So she tough too. That's really it. Like I said, we just got bombarded with music. Today's March was the 12th, and niggas have dropped albums. So I promise you next week I'll have something. A lot of us we all have something new.
Yeah.
From something new that's probably going hard. With that being said, the only way that you could be able to hear these freestyles and artists that we listen to, local artists and things, you gotta follow us. Again, social media, all the vibes, 2 underscores behind it. That's on Twitter. Instagram is 2 underscores, all the vibes. YouTube is all the vibes, 2 underscores. SoundCloud is the same, all the vibes, 2 underscores. Apple Podcasts is all the vibes, 2 underscores. Also, I never said this, but if you ever have artists or if you have songs that you want to put out or art in general, anything creative wise, you can always email us too. I never said that. It's all the vibes 365 at gmail.com. Just all in one, all the vibes 365 at gmail.com. Send us your stuff in, like submissions and things. I never thought about that. We've actually got a lot of good local talent and stuff. I know a lot of people, if you're talented, don't have the talent to be. Send them in. We'll showcase them. Unless there's talent you think you have that you don't really have.
All right.
Oh God.
That's a turn.
That being said, man, wash your hands, protect yourself, be healthy. Don't stop living your fucking life, bro. I'm being serious. That's lame. Don't just live your life, bro. Just live your life. That's all.
We're not running the Patreon ad. The mic could be Patreon ad.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, bro. A lot of you niggas have no money. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what to do with it. You're sitting at home. You're sitting at home by yourself, looking at this podcast. What do I do with these extra funds I have? I want to give it back to somebody, something that's on the come up. And here you are looking at our podcast. It's 11 o'clock at night. You got your wallet out, your pocket out, because now you're like, wow, I want to give. This is how you do it. You go to Patreon, you type in all the vibes with 2 underscores behind it. You give us a little bit of money. A little turns to a lot. A lot turns to even more. You never know where it's going to go.
Because why?
I don't remember, but I know you niggas got money. You niggas are millionaires and we're not. And we all should share the wealth. So you support the cause, which a lot of you say you do. Show love, man. It goes a long way. That includes like things like merchandise, other events that we want to have, man. Like I said, we're not just a podcast. We are creative. So this is a group of creative people with creative ideas and creative careers. So anything else? That was a pretty good commercial.
It was.
With that being said, like I said, wash your hands, be healthy, enjoy life. We'll see you next week. Hopefully, unless something goes crazy.
Oh my God. Don't say that. That would be wild.
I'm just kidding. Mary will be back from her business trip. Very good. She's on a very good conference, I think. Okay, what's it called? What's the conference called? Don't worry about it. Anyways, all right, y'all. See y'all next week. Bye. Peace out.
All right, y'all.
Peace. Peace. All right. Freestyle real quick.